Hello, English 11 students, and welcome to the video for Quarter 2, Week 6, Day 2. This video is designed for those students who were absent during our live Zoom class today. If you go to Canvas, you should see the Common Task 2 Analysis Paragraph assignment listed under Day 2 of this week. Please go ahead and have that open. As a reminder, everything you say, do, or type is recorded, so please keep it school appropriate. And as always, there's no saving, downloading, or taking pictures of our class today or ever. Our agenda for today, I'm going to demonstrate how to fill out the Common Task 2 construction document, and then the remaining time in class is dedicated for you to work on your Common Task 2 assignment. During class, we did that in breakout rooms, but if you're watching this video, you would be doing that independently. There are opportunities for you to work with me, Ms. Deal, or Dr. Smith during academic support, or student support, from 2:45 to 3:15 on Thursday after class and on Friday after class. So again, from the home page, you're going to click this week's dates. Under Week 6, Day 2, you'll find the item that says Common Task 2 Analysis Paragraph. Please go ahead and open that document. We don't need this part because you're not doing breakout rooms. Okay, so if you remember from day 1 of this week, you, in your notebook time activity, you kind of selected what you thought was your strongest excerpt's work, right? Either excerpt 1, 2, or 3. And then you talked about how you can improve it, etc. You can go ahead and copy and paste the information from there here, or you can go right back to the excerpt that you selected and paste that in here. What I'm going to do is to show you how you actually fill all this information in. As I mentioned earlier this week, you can look at the completed sample by clicking the top here. But what I'm going to do is play this video that walks you through that process. That way I don't miss any steps. So I'm going to play this video. Give me 1 second. Hello, students. If you follow along in this video, I'm going to show you how to fill out the Common Task 2 construction document. Right, as a review, the prompt is, in a well-organized paragraph, analyze a text in which the style or rhetoric is particularly powerful, persuasive, or beautiful. If we look at step 1, it says copy and paste the questions and answers from the excerpt that you want to turn into your Common Task paragraph below. You did 3 excerpts, so you want to take the one that is your best piece of work, where you had the most answers, maybe where you had the most thorough or correct answers. For me, I'm using that sample that I used from Between the World and Me for Ta-Nehisi Coates. So I've copied that from my document, right, from my work, and I Control V to paste, right, and I paste in my the questions along with the answers, because I may want to go back to the questions a little bit. Now that I've done that, step 2, it says fill in the information below, recycling as much of my answers as possible. So here, where it says claim and thesis, the author of the excerpt, the author was Ta-Nehisi Coates, so I would take this and just type in his name, right? And then Ta-Nehisi Coates uses the devices that I discussed in questions 3, 4, and or 5. So I'm going to look at question 3. The device that I use in 3 is hyperbole. So I'm going to put that one in. Ta-Nehisi Coates uses hyperbole. Okay, I'm going to look at number 4. What does the author mean by this? There is no device in number 4, right? And then number 5, I'm looking at what I wrote down. The sentence is powerful, description of the boy, etc. So a description of a character is also called imagery. So I'm going to put in hyperbole and imagery. Right, I'm going to get rid of that bracket. Right, to write a piece of text that is, and which one did I select in my answer? So I think the sentence is powerful. So I'm going to select just that word, right? Get rid of the bracket. And then delete everything else that I don't need. Okay, and now I have my claim in my thesis. Okay, I would move on to the next part, right? The context and summary. I would give the title of the book, which in my case would be Between the World and Me, is a book about, and then here It says add in your own summary using any info from questions 1, 2, and 4 that would help someone who's never read the book understand what the book is about and what happens in the excerpt. So as you can see, just like before, you might be able to recycle some of these answers to help you kind of explain what goes on in the text and what the book is about. Once you're done doing that, once you're done filling in those answers, just like you've seen me do, right, you move on to the evidence. The author uses, insert the device used in question 3. For me, that one was hyperbole, right? So I would say the author uses hyperbole. When, in my case, the author is a man, so I'm going to say he, and get rid of the one that I don't need, right? When he says, and I'm going to insert that quote. When I look at question number 3, the quote is right there for me, right? So I'm going to write that. There we go. Boom, right? Control V. Now, the only thing that I'm missing from there is the citation, right? I've got the quote, but I want to put in the author's last name in parentheses, which for my book was Coates. And then the period at the end of the sentence, right? And I'm done that part. Then it says, insert your explanation of the quote from question 3, right? That's my answer, right? The author is exaggerating, blah, 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 blah. So I would just copy that and paste it here. Right? And we don't have to worry about the color changing. We can fix all that later. Okay. And then that part is done. Then you move on to the second piece of evidence, right? The author also uses, I said in my thesis statement, imagery, right? So the author also uses imagery, which came from question number 5. When, again, get rid of the part that I don't need. And he says, and then I'm going to add in my quote. There the boy stood, etc., etc. Okay, and again, I don't have the citation after the quote, so I have to add that in. My author's last name is Coates, so that's the one I'm going to put in. And then insert my explanation, right? That's this part down here. All right, so I'm going to take that, copy, and paste it. And I've done this part I didn't do because I'm just trying to save some time for the demo. But the next thing that I would do, right, is after I've done all that is move on to step 3. Step 3 says delete all of the directions, all the stuff that's in green. So like here, evidence / quote part 2, analysis / explanation. I would delete all that stuff, end the brackets, and then copy and paste my sentences below to form a clean analysis paragraph. I'm going to show you the sample. When you go down to the bottom, right, it should look like this. All you do is just copy and paste one sentence after the next so that you form a paragraph that looks nice and neat. And then go back and you can, select everything. If it's a whole bunch of different colors, go back and then just select the text color and change it all to black. And then you'll be done. So that should make things a lot easier for you as you do this assignment, right? You're not really writing a whole lot of brand new stuff. In fact, this is the only part, right, where you would maybe be writing in some brand new information, right, where you summarize the book. But everything else is all about recycling your answers and putting them together in a way that forms a nice, neat paragraph. Thank you for watching. Okay. And so if you need to, you can go back and rewatch parts of that video if you need to revisit how to do a certain step. But it seems I've designed this to be as easy as possible. And if you have any questions, you can always attend student support, or you can send me or Dr. Smith or Ms. Deal an email and we can help you with that. There is one thing that I wanted to point out. Sorry, hold on a second. We talked about it earlier this week, right? When you get to that last part where you're filling in the information from question 5, where you say, in your original answer, you use phrases like I think or I feel. Remember that you need to eliminate those phrases. If you hold on one second, right? Going back to what we discussed earlier this week, right? Again, you have things like I think are powerful and I think this sentence is powerful because all you need to do is just delete those things, and get rid of words like I and me and replace it with neutral things like the reader, similar to this example you see here. And that's it. You're done for today, right? So the deadline for Common Task 3 is, the deadline for the Common Task is 3 p.m. on Wednesday next week. So you'll have time to work on it today. We only see each other for one day next week, and you'll have time to work on Common Task 2 during that class period as well. And then again, the deadline is 3 p.m. on Wednesday. If you have any questions or need any help, please attend student support from 2:45 to 3:15 Thursday or Friday after classes are over. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in class soon.